Okay, so that did not work. You guys see me and you hear me okay? Thanks, Zach. I got it last year. I think I've worn it in one video, but I'm not positive on that. I'm looking rough. Hey, Michael.
Can it lift up?
All right. Let me see. Whoa, where are you going? Where are you going? Tarl is standing behind the camera, and he started lifting it up on me, and it's delayed, so when you see it, I've already seen the damage that's been done. Michael, how are things going in your neck of the wood? What's going on with the coronavirus cases? Have you been in lockdown? All of that stuff. So far I see Michael, I see Tarl, I see Zach. Anybody else here? Well, anyway, so I got my coffee. It's not really coffee, it's tea, because I didn't want to get too wide awake this Friday night. I just wanted to be nice and calm. Do you guys have any beverages with you right now? I see Zach said hearing you and seeing you. That's good, that's good. Can you let him out? Clark apparently wants to make his debut as well. So nothing too new with me. I've been still helping grandma. We've been going through drawers and drawers. It's never ending. I basically have all of my groceries either delivered or pick up, so I can try to not go into a store and don't even have to worry about that. The cases here in Texas are actually going up, just as the governor, who's not very, not my favorite, I should say, has started trying to open the state back up. So that is a little bit scary, because how do I go back out into the world when I don't want to bring it home to my grandmother, because I feel like I probably won't be safe until there's a vaccine or I get it, and I would need to know I have it so I don't go in front of her. So all of that stuff kind of rattles through my brain during this. But slowly things are trying to get to the new normal of only allowing very few people in. Today, hair salons were able to open, but they're only allowed to have, one client in one chair, and that's all that person can see. And then another person can be on the opposite side and have a client, and then they have to wait in the car to come in and out. So that's been new. Restaurants are basically kind of the same way. I see that, Zach, you have 42 cases and 2 deaths. What's interesting about your 42 cases in the county is we have 42 cases just around my zip code here in Texas. I think if I add up the 4 zip codes right here, we're close to 200. And most of the people actually happen to be in my age range of 30 through 49. That's in all of Texas and in Houston. That's the people who have it the most. Tara and I were joking, maybe it's because those people were sick and tired of being home with their kids. I don't know. 20-year-olds tend to be a little more asymptomatic, so maybe they're not going to get tested as much. Who knows that? Sorry, just trying to catch up on the chat over here, make sure I'm not missing anything. Computer's here, phone is here. Zach, I know you're watching Hollywood. I've yet to get to that. Tarl has started that without me. I told him I was expressing some interest in watching it, but then he just went on and watched it without me. So now it's going to be one of those things that I will watch it whenever I finally need. He says that's not true. I will finally watch it whenever I have time to dedicate to binge watching, I guess, because most people are binge watching all the time during this quarantine. My life hasn't changed too much other than not going to the grocery store or any other stores and having groceries delivered. I haven't got to travel. I was already supposed to be in New York by now, but that's obviously not going to happen. I was wanting to go to Europe this year. That's not going to happen. I don't even know what July or June is going to look like at this point, much less even planning something in the future. Let's see, we're in lockdown. Mountain Dew can definitely be equal to coffee for sure, Michael. You're still in lockdown. I see you're opening on the 22nd. Well, at least your governor is taking their time and not trying to rush into it. Wow, and Zach, your governor is doing the same thing of West Virginia, which is interesting because you guys have still, so few cases, but your governor is being cautious. I think that is interesting. Is your governor Democratic or Republican? Michael, have you been staying in lockdown? Do you have your groceries delivered, or are you going out to get them? How are you doing with all of that? Anybody else, if you're watching this later, let me know in the comments down below what you're doing to keep yourself occupied if you're going back to work. I know some people are trying to return back to work. Do you feel safe going out in the world and going to a restaurant right now? Personally, I don't. I don't mind necessarily walking in and picking up food, which I've done, but he's a billionaire Republican and he's still being cautious. Well, good for him. So I don't think that I don't want to go to like a place like Walmart or any big place. I don't mind going to Trader Joe's. They have been really good about making everybody stay 6 feet apart, and there's a line to get in because they only allow so many people in the store at one time. And that makes me feel really safe. Everybody has to have a mask. Technically, in the city of Houston and the county, you are legally supposed to have a mask if you are anywhere where you can come in contact with another person that does not live in your same household. There was a $1,000 fine, but our governor went and kind of undermined that and made it, while it's the law, nothing can happen to you. We had a case where a girl in, I want to say around Dallas, which is also going up in cases, she had her hair salon and she wanted to open it up even though legally she was not allowed to. So she did it anyway, and she got put in prison for it. And the governor tweeted out at first, that was unacceptable, and then he ended up essentially coming out and saying that there should be no reprimanding if somebody breaks the face mask laws, or if they open up too soon. In the city of Houston, they're basically telling you, if you see something, say something. If the restaurant's not doing what they're supposed to be doing, or the store is not doing what they're supposed to be doing. I know our governor was caught on tape admitting that a lot of people are about to die because we're opening up. So that is going to be alarming, since we're already well over 75,000, and they say we're heading to 3,000 people dying a day, which I cannot even imagine. But at the same time, I can understand somebody who will never come in contact with somebody who is susceptible to this, and they just want to go out and do the herd immunity, as they're saying. You get it over with, essentially. But the scary thing of that is you don't want to pass it on to somebody else unknowingly if you don't have any signs and symptoms. That, I think, is the scary. Kind of makes us all little human, walking human little bio bombs. Never know what's going to happen. I saw that, Michael, you have a Democratic governor, and you're staying in lockdown and doing your own shopping. That's good. That's good. Let's see, what's else new? Devin had her birthday. We celebrated here at the house. I believe I told you guys in one of my last videos. Oh yeah, in the drag video, that was Devin's dad's birthday. So we've been at least having some sort of festivities to kind of get us through. Otherwise, I would probably be going a little crazy. I don't like being stuck. I don't like the feeling of being stuck. I hate it. I think it stems from my childhood of feeling stuck with those people. So now, ever since I've been on my own, I've never wanted to feel confined in something. And not being able to leave my area or the city or any of that definitely has that feeling of I'm being confined, which I'm not too excited about. That's good. They should have to take their PPE off and dispose of it properly before coming in contact with you, because that would be terrifying if you knew that the gloves or whatever had something on it. Michael's uploading a video of him doing shopping right now, so if you guys want to go check that out. I had a great time having live coffee with you. I at least learned a lot. I had it all on the computer where I was going to be able to do my intro and everything, pictures, and we could make this a lot longer, but for some reason I just could not get it to come up. It refused to let me go live there, even though I could see it. So I've switched to my phone, and it doesn't give me that many features to do anything too cool. But I think I'm gonna wrap this up because we're already at 12 minutes and 21 seconds. Thank you guys so much for joining me. As always, you do you, I'll do me, and I'll see you next Friday. Actually, let's make the world